So in this video, I am going to explain the code of the quick start guide that we have made using the Azure storage in my previous video. So guys, if you have not seen the previous video, please check it once and then come back to this video so that you can understand what I am saying. Okay. So hi guys, my name is Rohan and I am a Microsoft student partner and you are watching IT Cell. So guys, let me first show you that we have already made two files. One was the index.html and second one was the index.js. Okay, and we are using the browser based application. We are making the browser based application in which we have made this type of application. We are creating container, deleting container, selecting and uploading files, listing the files and deleting selected files. Okay, so we have used this npm module and Azure Storage Blob, which is basically a client-side library for JavaScript. Okay, so I have already explained you about this library in one of my previous videos, such as what all functions the library has. So now I am going to explain you the code. So basically, we have used this type of authentication in this. There are three type of authentication types. You can choose any one of them. One of them was the default Azure credential. Okay. Second one was the shared storage shared key credential, and third one was the SAS token. So we have used the SAS token because it's more simpler than any other kind of authentication. So if you want to go for any other type of credential or authentication, then you can definitely check out this npm module for more information. Okay, so guys, this was our code. For first of all, let us look at the index.html. So we have created buttons, for example, create container, delete container, select and upload files. Okay, then we have the upload files input, which is taking the multiple files as the input. Okay, then we have the list files button, then we have the delete selected files button, and then after that we have basically we have the file list status. We are checking the status that whether the files are uploaded or not, and after that we have the select input in which we are listing the multiple files. Okay, let me first focus you on the client ID. The ID of the select tag is basically we have used this as file list. Okay, and these are all the IDs that we have created and we are using it in the index.js. So we are getting these elements by using the document.get element ID. Okay, by using their ID, create container button. For example, this is the ID of the create container. Similarly, we are getting all the elements in our index.js file using their IDs. Okay, get element by ID. And finally, I want to focus it on this type of thing. Most students are confused that what is the file list. So file list basically the select element. Okay, select element, you are familiar in the HTML, so we are using it to select multiple files. Okay, next thing is the report status. So this will basically paste a message in this field. Okay, in this field, this will basically show that whether the upload or creation of the container is successful or not, or whether what is the status that is going on in our Azure storage. Okay, so this basically reports the status there. Next thing is your account. So in my previous video, I have used only a single blob SAS URL. So you can break it in two parts. For example, the account name, you can go for this type of thing. Okay, this is a variable and we can paste it. We can, this variable basically goes here. So you can use the .env format to save or to get security for your account name. Okay, you can just save your account name in .env file and then get it here using the process.env dot whatever the file name that you are having. Next thing is the SAS token. So this SAS token will, you can also store it in the .env format, and then this will be your blob SAS URL, and finally you can get this variable here using the dollar symbol. Okay, next thing is we are creating a blob service client. Okay, so there are two clients that we are going to create. One is the blob service client and another one is the container client. Okay, so firstly we are creating a blob service client that will be creating a blob. It means that we are creating a blob storage. We are using the blob SAS URL to create our blob service client. Okay, next thing is we are creating a container name. We are getting a container name, so this will be the name. And to give randomization, or you can say that to make it different from others, we are using the date dot time get time. This will basically provide a timestamp which will be concatenated with the name of the container, and finally we will get a container name here. Next thing is we are creating the container client. Okay, so basically this will get the container client from our blob service client. Okay, so we have given the name that we are given here, and we are getting it using the get container client. So you must be wondering that how I get all these um, functions. So this is given, or this is already defined in this documentation, so you can go through this documentation once, where they have explained what all functions that is already present and we can use it in our project. After that we have create container function. Okay, and then create and then delete container function. So this will be, these functions will be running when we click on the button create container and delete container. Okay, so let me show you what these functions are doing. So this is a type of async function. Okay, so you must be familiar with the async functions. So if you are not, then you can check out my video on async functions. Okay, next thing is async always has the try and catch block. So we are trying it if we are basically creating a container, so we are getting the container name here. So if the container is created, then we can report the status as done. If it is getting any error message, then we can print out the error message. After that we have the delete container option, similar to this create container. This is also a async type of a function. We are having the try and catch block, and similarly we are listing it. If the container is deleted that we have created, then we can print the status as done, and if it is not, if it is showing an error, then we can print the error message. Okay, after that we have the list files option. Okay, so list file basically means that what all the files that are already present in our container, or you can say what are the blobs that are present in our container. But before listing files we should upload the blobs in our container. So I will first go through this function once. Okay, upload files means you want to upload blobs in your container. So this is also a async type of function. So this will first report the status as uploading file. This will give a promise array. You can define a promise array. Okay, so this will go through this file input dot files. So file input is the select block that we have already defined, file list. Okay, file list. So you can say that we have named it as file input from here. Okay, file input. So file input is basically this the file input is basically the this button in which we are taking the multiple files. And yeah, so file input is basically the button in which we are taking multiple files, and we are using the dot files function to loop through this. Okay, so then we are basically getting the blob client variable using the get blob client uh, link, and using the file dot name. After that we are uploading it, or we are pushing it to our promise array. Okay, so this file is then uploaded to, this is a function upload browser data, which is working on the blob client, and we are uploading the files finally to our Azure account, and then we are pushing it to the promise array. So promise dot all, if everything is fine, then we are printing the status as done, and finally we are using the list files the list file function to uh, list the files. So list file function is basically defined before we are using it. So that's why we have placed list file function before the upload file functions. So this list file function will basically go through the file list. Okay, let me show you what is the file list. So file list is this element, and this is a basically a select block in my index.html file. Okay, so this is the file list. So we are getting the file list size. Basically, if we are defining the file list size as 0 initially, file list dot inner html, we are pasting it here, and we are reporting the status as retrieving the file list. Then we are iterating through the list blob flag. Basically, this will give the number of files that we are present, and we are iterating using the iter option, and we are getting the blob item itr dot next function. We are using it with the itr. Okay, so this will basically give the blob list of blobs, and after that we are using the while loop, and we are using the dot done statement. If we are done, then we are basically stopping this loop. Okay, so this function will basically show you or list the blob the blob items that are available or that we have already stored, and we are using the iter dot next function to go to the next function. So if the file list dot size is greater than 0, then we are reporting the status as done. Otherwise, we can say that the container does not contain any file. Okay, if we are getting any error, then we can print the error dot message statement. Okay, next thing is the select. Okay, so next thing is the when we click on the file input dot click. So basically this is using the upload file button. So if there is any change in the upload file, then we can using the select button, we are getting the add event listener, and we are using the click event to check whether there is a click or not in the file input option. Next thing is the delete files. Again, we are using the similar type of async function, and we are using the try and catch block. So this will basically say that if the length of the file, or you can say if there is file in the file list, we have more files, it means that it does not have null files. Okay, it has some files or not, one or two or three or five, four files. Okay, so we are basically deleting the files using the selected. We are using the selected option. So we are basically choosing the file that we want to delete, or we can delete multiple files. Okay, then we will print the status as delete files, and then we are using the for loop to go through each file, and we are using the delete blob function to delete that file, and after that we will report the status as done, and finally we will list the remaining files. If we have not selected any file, then we can print the status as no file selected, and if there is any error in between the program, then we can print the error dot message function. So finally we can click so finally when the button delete files is clicked, then this function will run. So guys, I think that you must have understood um, how this code is working. So guys, if you like this video, please press the like button, and also I have made the complete tutorials playlist of Azure storage that is given below in the description box, so you can go through this playlist once before moving further into this topic. So guys, please subscribe my channel. I daily upload videos related to tips and tricks used by smart students. So guys, that's all in this video. Thanks for watching.